Scripture of the day. The plans of the diligent lead to profit as surely as haste leads to poverty. Proverbs 21:5. Okay, so first let's see what diligent and haste mean. Diligent, to zealously seek for something with all one's heart, strength, and might. Being hardworking, attentive, busy, constant, and persistent in whatever it is you're doing. Haste comes from a root that means to pursue. It can imply urgency and sometimes rashness. Plans of the diligent leads to profit. Be diligent with your work. Be diligent with all that you do. Not just your work, with everything that you do. Be diligent. Don't try to rush it. A lot of times we get caught in the profit of how much we're going to make and how little time we need to make this. And, sometimes we just get caught up in that. And then we have to slow down. And I can definitely attest to this because there's been many things that I have rushed, including real estate. So many things I have rushed. And then it didn't work out the way I wanted it to. And I just quit. So yeah, don't try to rush it. Just, put your heart into it. Ask God to guide you. Ask God to guide you in what steps you need to take. You know what I mean? Haste leads to poverty. Being lazy, unmotivated, being negligent in planning can lead to disaster. So don't just go on impulse. Go to the Lord first. Talk to the Lord about it. If he tells you go, go. But if he tells you hold on, slow down. Slow down. Giving into greed can lead to temptation, ruin, disaster. I mean, don't get me wrong. There's plenty of times where people have moved off impulse and became successful, right off the bat. And vice versa. There's times where, people put their all into something and it just doesn't work out. So all I say is, if you have a dream, if you have a goal, something that you're putting your all into, or something that just keeps coming on your mind, and you're like, I gotta start this because, I need the money, or I know this business is gonna be successful, and let me just start it. But you're not really you don't really have a plan for it, or you haven't even went to God. You need to go to the Lord first. You need to ask him, is this for me? You need to ask him, what should I do? What are my next steps? Right? So meditate on the scripture. Ask God to guide your steps. Let him guide your steps in that business, in that relationship, whatever it is. Let God guide your steps. So the plans of the diligent lead to profit as surely as haste leads to poverty. Proverbs 21:5, scripture of the day.